this isn't the kind of list that, has all the games coming out to the Switch for the rest of the year, because there's a lot of these games that nobody will probably like or play. This is just a list of the important stuff, the stuff to look out for, and some indie hits that are finally coming to the Switch. And to start with, Vampire Survivors. I'm very excited about this game because I constantly see this around, and I decided to pick it up on PC because, I have a computer, and it's great. It's just one of those like idle, kind of games, just kind of upgrade your stuff, you can kill massive amounts of enemies. It's a lot of fun, and I think this will run just fantastically on Switch. This comes out on August 17th, and I just super excited, can't wait, and I think this is going to be a fun one. Objectively more interesting, Mortal Kombat 1 is coming September 19th, and I'm actually super excited about this game too. I don't really buy most of these fighting games on other platforms. I really like them on Switch because I've always had a lot of fun playing these kinds of fighting games on road trips or something. Just mindlessly, beating up some guys and stuff. I've gotten the most playtime out of Dragon Ball Z Fighters and Dragon Ball Xenoverse just playing them in the car or just chilling. Like, I don't really have like a competitive edge. I don't like playing these kinds of games competitively or even multiplayer wise. I just really like playing these games solo, and I think how well Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat 10 ran on Switch, I think this game's going to run pretty good, and I think this game is going to do solidly on Switch. And judging by the trailers and all the stuff we've seen so far, this game is very beautiful. It's going to be one of the most impressive Switch ports we've had in a while. Up next, Super Mario Wonder, coming up on October 20th. I'm super excited about this game because it is a massive departure from any of the previous Mario 2D platformers we've had in the last few years. And I think this is a good change up. I'm really excited. There's so many new power-ups. The map design looks to be pretty fun. I kind of like the more cartoony aesthetic that they're going for this one. I think it changes things up just enough that I can seriously consider this one like the next step for Mario, and not just another new Super game, which is just fantastic not to see again. And I think this one's going to be awesome, and it's going to be super cool. And yeah, this one comes out on October 20th. Something a lot of my friends are super excited about, Metal Gear Solid Collection. My Metal Gear Solid experience sort of only began and died with Metal Gear Solid 2, the second one on PSP, and it was good. It was fun. It was a really big game for what it was on. It was really crazy playing this like high-end console experience on my Vita. I know it came out for the PSP, but I played it on my Vita because you could buy Vita PSP games on the Vita, and it was just a super good game, and I thought this was really crazy to have like this high quality console-like experience, and it's just super exciting to see that kind of game make its way to Switch, and no less having so many of the games in this first volume. This comes out on October 24th, and I think this is going to be a fantastic game for you to pick up. Up next is Hogwarts Legacy. I'll be honest, I thought this game came out a very long time ago, because this game came out back in, February? March of this year for all the other platforms, and it's finally coming to Switch in November 14th. Are you kidding me? I know this game, it's a super big, it's a super ambitious port, but come on. That's so delayed. At least it's not as bad as Dark Souls Remastered. God, that thing took like damn near an extra year to come to Switch. But holy cow, this thing has been out for a while. I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to run because of how poorly it ran on PC. And I don't know if we're getting ported like the launch version from that time period, so it's going to still have all those bugs, or we're getting ported like an updated version of the game that has all those fixes pre-installed. This game is super interesting, and it is a crazy port to get, but I am thoroughly concerned with how well this is going to run on Switch, considering how poorly it ran on high-end gaming PCs and PS5 and stuff. Lastly, for games that actually have a release date, Super Mario RPG comes out November 17th, and I am so excited to get a remake of this game. It's so awesome to have this back, and I truly thought Nintendo forgot this game existed. And it's just so nice to see this game come back. My uncle's even excited. He remembered playing this game back when it originally came out, and he's like, whoa, they're making a remake? And so he went out day dot when he found out that this game is coming out, bought a Switch, now is eagerly waiting for this game to come out. And he's been going around playing all the Mario games that have come out since, playing Breath of the Wild, and he's fallen in love with gaming again, and all because of this game that's not even out yet. So I'm so excited for this game to come out. I didn't really play the first game that much. Like, I have a lot of nostalgic experience watching, like, my brother playing it and trying to play it, but I wouldn't say I knew what I was doing because I was a very small child. But I'm just so excited to have this little piece of my childhood coming back, and so happy to see how excited this game coming back means to other people. It's such just a wonderful time for, Nintendo Mario stuff. Now begins the section where these games don't have a date necessarily, but they do have a release year. Beginning with Hollow Knight Silksong. This game has been announced for Switch, I think, for a few years now. And I feel so bad for anybody who is waiting for this game. While I'm not necessarily a huge fan of Hollow Knight games, or even like Ori, it's very like Ori, Will the Wisp kind of style of games. I've never been a huge fan of them, but I understand that this game has a lot of people hyped, and a lot of people really want this game to come to Switch because it's been in development for God knows how long. And I've played this game a few times because it was on Game Pass, and I just want to say it's a cool game, but like I'm not gonna buy it on Switch. But I can't believe it still isn't out yet. It's a 2D Metrovania, style game. How hard is it to port this to the Switch? For Christ's sake, I got this game running on a laptop with Intel integrated graphics from 2018. And I'm like, the Switch has got to be more powerful than that. I mean, I don't need to do a great amount of research to figure that out. For Christ's sake, like, come on, this game shouldn't be that hard to run on Switch, and it shouldn't have taken this long for the game to come out. Because, come on, and not even have a date, it's just 2023. It's like, that. It's not very, hopeful for it coming out this year. Come on. On the lighter note, a game that I'm super excited about, Supersonic Superstars. I just said super way too many times. Sonic Superstars comes out 2023. I'm pretty sure the other consoles have a release date, but I did all my research for the Switch versions of all these games, and I only could find that it says it comes out in 2023. So I have faith that it will come out. It's super exciting. This game is super interesting, though I don't think it looks great. It's a Sonic game, so I'm just gonna play it and see how it goes. And if it's bad, oh my god, it's another bad Sonic game. Who cares? But if it's good, oh my god, it's a great Sonic game. Everybody quick, buy it. Because this game is either going to be super good or super bad. And I'm here for it either way. Because I've always loved Sonic through the best of times and the worst of times. My first Sonic game was Sonic Gems Collection for the GameCube. And that was just great. I loved going into the menus and seeing all the extras, like trailers for Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and the Sonic CD music video. It was just such a good game, and to have something like Sonic Superstars coming, it just kind of reignites that nostalgic-ness in me to want to go play a Sonic game. So I started replaying Sonic Mania, and I'm just super excited, and I can't wait for this game to come out eventually. And now the Untitled Princess Peach game comes out in 2024. I couldn't find much about the game outside of the trailer and some articles just saying comes out 2024. I apologize if that completely is wrong. And This game looks pretty interesting. The last time I remember playing a Princess Peach game is when I hacked my 3DS for the first time, and I downloaded a bunch of the Mario games onto it from alternative sources, and just a wee bit of privateering. And I tried that Princess Peach game on the DS where her powers are controlled by her emotions. Yeah, I don't know how well that game would have held up today, but it was fun enough. It was an interesting experience to go through like the first few levels. And this game definitely is looking to be a much different experience, much more akin to a traditional Mario experience. And I'm very interested to see how this game comes out, and just to, try something new, something a little bit different than what I usually try. And so yeah, this comes out in 2024. Let's hope it's good. The last game is not one that we have a year for. It's not one we have any idea whatsoever when it's coming out. I would just like to mention that it has been longer since we've first heard that they changed the date of this game releasing than when the game was originally being thought to be developed. Metroid Prime 4 still isn't out yet. We have very little of any information about this game. This game was announced in 2017, and then in 2019, I believe, they announced that they're changing developers, and it's now been 4 years since that. It's literally been double the amount of time since they have last talked about it, and it's kind of insane that we've heard nothing about this game, not even leaks about this game. And my theory at this point, we're not getting Prime 4 for the Switch at all. It's going to be like a Switch 2 thing, considering the Switch 2 is coming out next year. So I don't even know what to think about this game anymore. Like, I loved Metroid Prime 1 on my GameCube. That was the only one I played because I didn't know the other ones came out. I was 4. And I'm just so excited to hopefully see something about this game maybe in the next year. But like, my hopes aren't high. I'm expecting literally nothing, and I just hope we just get a crumb. Just a crumb, Nintendo. Just a crumb to just give me hope again. Because frankly, I just don't know what to think anymore. This game, for all intents and purposes, just doesn't exist. They talked about it twice maybe in the last 6 years, and the first time was to say it's coming, and then the second time was saying it's still coming, but we're changing developers, so a lot of things are going to change, so just pretend the last 2 years didn't happen. And so it's like, come on. It's so dumb. On that note, God, this was ended on a much more depressing note than I intended. On that note, leave a comment down below. What games are you excited for? Is there anything I missed that I should have been put on this list? Leave a comment. I would like to hear. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for, at this point, we might have hit 200 or almost hit 200 subscribers. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Don't forget all that other social media garbage down below, and have a wonderful day.